A Knoxville native and local business owners announcing plans to challenge Representative John Duncan Jr. in next year's Republican primary. Jason Zachary joins us now. He's currently Vice President of AmeriCom in Knoxville as the co-owner of the company. Jason, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. Yes, ma'am.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure, absolutely. 36-year-old. I've worked in the company my dad founded I've worked there for 15 years. He founded it 21 years ago. Married to my wife Holly for 14 years. We have an 8-year-old Tyson. I'm a member at First Baptist Concord in West Knoxville. Been there for 21 years. A fabulous church. And I'm somebody who's passionate about my country, and it really wants to see us move back toward our founding principles, and that's one of the reasons I'm running.
Yeah, let's delve further into that. When did you decide, yes, this is what I want to do?
Sure. Well, absolutely. This really started in March of 2011. First and foremost, I'm a believer in Christ, and he has really led and guided me on this decision. In March of 2011, he planted a seed in my heart for service. Didn't really know what that looked like, and over the last 2 years, he's clearly refined that and clearly led me to the point where he has led me to service in this aspect of running for Congress.
You are taking on the incumbent who's been there for decades,
yes.
26 years,
yes.
John Duncan Jr. Do you consider this a daunting task, a doable task?
I do consider it a doable task, because the challenge that we face is that politics is not the family business. In this district, we've had one family representing our district for 50 years, and they've served honorably, no doubt. But it comes to a point where it's time for new leadership. And I think the challenge that we face is we desperately need leadership. We need someone who's not only a conservative voter, but is a conservative leader, and will fight those battles in Washington, D.C. with a passion, and will lead in the district as far as gathering the constituency base and engaging the constituency base. Ronald Reagan said, if you engage the constituents, they put pressure on the legislatures, and that's how you get things accomplished. And so that's what we have to do, not only in this district, but districts across the country.
As far as engaging the constituency, I'm sure you're doing that, getting
yes.
out, talking. What are you hearing from the voters out there?
The status quo is no longer an option. I think people have seen, we've tried career politicians. Many people have seen the Gallup poll that came out a couple of months ago that gave Congress a 10% approval rating, but yet we return them at a rate of 90%. So we continue to elect the same officials and hope something will change. We need private sector, business-minded people to tackle these issues that we're facing, because we have so many large economic issues that aren't going to go away. And if we continue to kick the can down the road every congressional period, then the results in 5 to 7 years are unsustainable. We're not going to have the same country that we have right now.
And real briefly, with your business background, do you feel this is something that you can fit that mold you just said?
Absolutely, because we have $17 trillion in debt. We have a $642 billion annual deficit. And I feel like it takes private sector experience and 15 years in the private sector being engaged, because I am one of us. I am one of the constituents, and being engaged in the private sector for the last 15 years, I think, has equipped me, because I'm passionate about stewardship. We have a stewardship problem in Congress. We run a debt-free business. I'm passionate about stewardship, and I want to bring those principles to Washington, D.C. before it's too late. My son's generation, I'm 36, my generation depends on it.
Jason Zachary, pleasure meeting you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Following the race, as we will all the other ones.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Stay with us. We're coming right back.
Wow. How about them apples?